What's up, everyone? I hope you're having a great, amazing, safe day today. And as you see from the title, I did around just over $40,000 in the last 30 days. The payment period from around early April to around earliest, midish May. That 30-day period was really good for me. I did around $43,000 in sales. Sorry I haven't been super active on YouTube. I've just been grinding, shipping out orders. Like, I'll put some screenshots and videos up there as I talk throughout this video. I'm pumping out orders every single evening. I'm doing a lot of merchant fulfilling. I'm trying to buy items, order them, get them into my house as quickly as possible, list them, and ship them as quickly as possible so I can keep cash flow going. But in this specific video, I don't want to talk about myself. I want to talk about how, as a beginner, you can start an Amazon FBA business. Because I started out as a complete beginner at the age of 15. It was when I sold my first item on Amazon. It was a book. I sold it for around, 25 bucks or so, but I got it for like $1. And after I sold that book, I started experimenting with different categories, different products, different price points. And over time, over the past 3 to 4 years, I'm 19 at the moment, I've been able to build up a line of different products that I look for each and every single day that I've been able to successfully resell on Amazon. And I actually ended up creating an ebook of the top 25 most profitable products to resell on Amazon. You can find that in the first link in the description of this video. That ebook I created to give back to all my amazing subscribers and viewers. I really appreciate you guys so much. You've changed my life. I enjoy putting out all this content for you guys. It took me a little while to build it, but it's just because I wanted to make sure I had all the proper and correct information and products in there. So hopefully you can take that ebook as a complete beginner or maybe even a current Amazon seller and take those exact 25 products that I talk about and utilize in that ebook, find them, purchase them, and get them sold on Amazon. There's plenty of money to go around. Those are the exact products that help me scale and change my life. So definitely check that out. It'll be the first link in the description of this video. So the question is, how can you start making money on Amazon fast? Now, I'm not going to be some guru and tell you, oh man, you can make money fast on Amazon. You can make it overnight. All you got to do is find one product, and if that product sells well, you'll make 6 figures after a year. No, that's not how I roll. Like, it's not easy to start an Amazon business, but once you figure it out, it gets easier. That's what people don't understand. I'll never try to sell you a dream. I'll never try to tell you anything's easy because I'm in the trenches. I'm grinding. I'm finding products. I'm purchasing. I'm getting them sold. And sometimes stuff happens. I make mistakes a little bit. I lose a little bit of money. But still, the business is amazing. That's why I want to make this video, and I'll always be as transparent as I can with you guys. So I want to give away 3 tips that has allowed me to be able to build an Amazon business to, $40,000 in a month at 19 years old as a teenager. Like, I don't think your age defines you. I don't think where you live defines you. I don't think how smart you are defines you. What defines you is your purpose and your heart to continue to run the business. So let's go ahead. Let's get into what exactly these 3 tips are, and they're actually very, very important. Some of these tips people don't follow correctly, and their Amazon business fails. They lose a lot of money, and they waste a lot of time. So I highly suggest you get some clear space in your head, maybe some pen or pencil, because these 3 tips can absolutely transform your life. So let's go ahead and get right into them. So tip number 1 is choosing the right business model for you. Now, I personally believe that this is one of the biggest mistakes new sellers make, because there's a lot of different models that you can run on Amazon. There's wholesale, there's private label, retail arbitrage, online arbitrage. There's reselling, which is what I do, what I want to talk about in this video, and why I think it's the best business model for beginners. But a lot of them like to go into the more complicated business models like private label. Like, private label, it requires startup capital and a lot of it. Like, you can start on the low end for maybe $1,500, but I know some sellers that go in for $3,000 or $4,000 on their first order. Now, I know a lot of you beginners maybe don't even have $3,000 or $4,000, or you're definitely not comfortable investing that money up front. That's why selecting the right business model is so important. Because if you go into a model where you're not even super familiarized with how Amazon works or how FBA works, and you spend thousands of dollars up front, that's a massive risk. If your product doesn't sell in your private label business, you're going to be out hundreds to thousands of dollars. Like, it's a very scary thing. That's why I love reselling, because the risk is so limited. Because instead of purchasing one product that you're trying to sell 1,000 different times in a private label business model with 1,000 other sellers trying to sell the same generic product, you're running a reselling business and you can buy 100 different products and all you have to do is sell those products one time. That sounds a lot easier than trying to sell the same product 1,000 times, am I right? And the cool thing about reselling is the profit margins. Profit margins. Buy low, sell high, make a profit in the middle. So when it comes to what is the best business model out there, that can definitely be up for debate. Now, what is the best business model out there for beginners with limited startup capital? It's reselling. It requires the least amount of capital. It is the absolute easiest business model to perform and run. There is no advertising that you will need to do. There is no product listings you will need to create. And you can start with the smallest amount of income possible. You can easily start an Amazon reselling business with under $200. Like I literally talk about on my channel how you can buy books for as low as $1 or electronics for $10 at thrift stores, and how you can get them sold for insanely good profit margins. And that brings me to tip number 2, which is selecting the correct products. Now, when it comes to reselling, you have a wide variety of products you can sell. You can go into any different categories. There's books, which I personally think is the best kind of product for beginners to sell, because you can get them for dirt cheap and usually sell them for insane margins, like buying a book for $1 and selling it for $20. That's a very consistent selling price. I had a buddy in high school that I taught Amazon. He was working at a grocery store. He bought a rare coin album for $1 at a garage sale. He sold it for $365 on Amazon. No, that's not a typical price point to sell a book for, but it just goes to show that it is possible. And I was on OfferUp the other day, just kind of messing around doing some research locally in I think the Dallas area, and I looked up printers. And literally the first listing I clicked was like maybe an HP printer. They wanted like $20 for it. I copied the brand name, model number, pasted it back on Amazon. The lowest used offer was $160. So you could essentially go and buy that printer for $20 and sell it back on Amazon for $160. Like, you can't get those kind of margins in any other business model. Like, that's why I love reselling. And also, if you aren't super comfortable, you don't really know what products to sell, get my ebook in the description of this video. I go over the top 25 most profitable products that I've resold on Amazon. You can find them locally. I guarantee you might even have some of them in your house where you live. Definitely get the ebook. It's 100% free. It will go over exactly what products you need to look for, and it's pretty valuable. And I do want to give it back to my subscribers because you guys really do mean the world to me. And the third and final tip that I want to talk about is your mindset. Now, I know a lot of sellers or a lot of people out there like, oh my gosh, your mindset doesn't matter. Just focus on the business, all about finding products. But if you don't have your mind right, how are you going to put yourself in a position to be successful? Like, you have to be able to build up enough confidence to take action. Like, I've met so many brand new sellers that were super scared to start selling on Amazon. They were scared to make mistakes. They said they didn't have enough time. They didn't have enough money. And I broke down those barriers. I told them that you don't need much money to start the actual Amazon reselling business. I told them it's easier to start reselling on Amazon. Once they take action and sell their first product, like literally, they text me back or they email me back and like, hey Carter, guess what? I just found 5 more profitable products. Like, thank you so much. Like, once you get your first product sold, your confidence just skyrockets. Now, the thing is, anybody and everyone can sell on Amazon. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter if you have no previous online sales experience. Like, for me, in high school, I got crappy grades. Like, I was not the smartest kid in my class. I was not the coolest kid in my class. Like, I was kind of a stranger kid. Like, I remember one time when I was 14 years old, I was having my mom was driving me around to garage sales, and I was buying used clothing and to sell on eBay, and I was buying books and electronics to sell on Amazon. Like, I was different, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I know a lot of you either don't have much startup capital and you don't have much confidence in yourself. Like, I just want to let you know that anyone can sell on Amazon, and like, there's nothing special about me. I always like to use myself as an example, not to brag or to flex or anything, but to show you what's possible, because I had a lot of people doubt me. I had a lot of people that said, oh, Carter, what, you suck at school. How are you going to be able to successfully and profitably sell stuff online? Like, you can't even sell products on Amazon. Amazon sells them, and you just gotta fight through that stuff. I was making more money in a day than my teachers were making. I'm not saying this to be rude, but showing you what's possible. And those same exact kids that were making fun of me are now hitting me up asking me how they can start selling on Amazon. It's pretty funny, right? But I just want to let you know that, I mean, once you get your mind, corrected and you're starting to think more positive, once you get that confidence, like you can scale to any level. I mean, the amount of money you can make on Amazon, it's endless. Is it going to be easy? No. But is working a job easy? No. It's scary. I've never worked a job in my life, and I never want to, because if you work a job, they're going to cap you when it comes to pay. If you go work at a fast food restaurant, no matter how hard you work, how many hours you work, how well of a job that you do, your pay will never be raised to the amount that could potentially change your life. Maybe you might get a 50-cent, maybe $1 raise per hour. That's nothing. I mean, when you run an Amazon business, yes, you're going to be working and making no money up front, but once you start getting products sold, you can scale it to an endless amount of money. You just have to keep consistently putting in time and effort and taking calculated risks in order to grow and scale your own reselling business. So if you are someone who is interested in potentially learning more about how you can start your own Amazon reselling business, maybe you have limited capital, maybe you got laid off of your job, or maybe you're just looking to create an extra stream of income or a side hustle, reselling on Amazon is a great business model to do that. And I've actually put together an amazing 100% free training for you guys. It took me around 2 months to build, just because I wanted to put out a training that I believe is the last training that anyone will ever need to watch when it comes to learning how to successfully and profitably resell products on Amazon. It'll be the second link, or first or second link, in the description of this video. Definitely check it out. I tell my whole story of how I got started. I get into the nit and gritty of how you can start your own Amazon reselling business on a budget. And also included in that training, if you end up watching the whole thing, I give away a bunch of cool bonuses. I give away like a checklist of the exact supplies and equipment that you need at the beginning to start an Amazon reselling business. I talk more about sales ranks so you can purchase products that sell quickly. I talk a little bit more about different products, the model. There's a lot that goes into the training. If you're actually serious about starting an Amazon reselling business, you're crazy not to go check it out. It's 100% free, and I'll have the link to my ebook and the free training in the description of this video. Anyways, guys, just wanted to pop on camera real quick. I'm just taking a break from fulfilling orders. Things have been absolutely crazy since the coronavirus kind of took over. I made some major pivots in my business. It has paid off massively for me. I'm hitting some insane milestones. My 30-month periods of selling on Amazon are the highest they've ever been. It's an absolute blessing. I'm blessed to be able to be in this position. I'm blessed to be able to, sell products and get products to people that are in need of these products, that need these products to survive and thrive and to enjoy their time in quarantine. So hopefully everything's going well with you guys. I'll see y'all in the next video. If you guys enjoyed everything I talked about in this video, please drop a like on this video. I really appreciate it. It helps the YouTube algorithm. It helps push this video out to more people, so hopefully I can touch more lives and hopefully put some people into the business model of reselling products on Amazon, because I love it and I love teaching, and it's a great model for beginners. And if you have any questions regarding reselling on Amazon, or maybe some new strategies that I've implemented in my reselling business, feel free to comment below with any questions that you have. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And if you guys want to see more content just like this on how you can create an extra stream of income online, then subscribe to this channel, and I'll see everyone in the next video.